Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an entire meal by steaming it in your wok using your wok as a steamer. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. This video is in response to my friend Dan. He would like to steam his meal. And the reason is that he likes to minimize his consumption of cooking oil. Now this meal is a complete meal, in which what he wants, it has all the ingredients that you need to make a meal. It has the carbohydrate, the protein, as well as vegetables. Actually, there will be plenty of vegetables. By using this method, it makes steaming a complete meal, which most people think steaming normally is only for vegetables, but certainly not in this case. Because by using the fast cooking system, with the 4 attributes in flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and tempeh-based cooking, you can make adjustment to how you steam your meal. And the consequence is that it will provide you with the type of nutritional requirement, as well as the flavor that you like, and also is extremely flexible. In fact, one of the best ways to steam is using a steaming rack. A steaming rack has many advantages, and the wok turned out to be a great way for you to steam your food. As you can see in here, with a steaming rack and a wok cover, you can turn your wok into a steamer. And the steaming rack is very inexpensive because you can purchase it for only a few dollars. In here, from Amazon, you can purchase a free pack of steaming racks, and each one of them are slightly different in sizes, so you can use them for different type of plate. Now, one of the biggest advantage of a steam rack is that it will allow you to place the rack right in the bottom of the wok, and then you will fill it with some water, and you can put in almost any containers that you would like. Now, this is a great advantage because in this case, you can use different type of containers of different sizes, and this will allow you to accommodate different kind of food ingredients as you would like. And with the Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok that come with a glass cover, it makes steaming much simpler. But the greatest benefit of this approach is that when you use a steam rack, you can take the plate directly from the wok to the table. And this allow you to go from the wok to the table without having to switch to any other type of carrier. So from that standpoint, this is truly an efficient and effective way for steaming. Now in this dish, I'm going to use this particular type of container, which is perfect for one person. I'm going to use about a little bit over a cup of rice. Now the rice that I use has been cooked in advance. It's kind of like the fried rice because this will allow you to cook the rice more efficiently. It's much better than if you use just raw rice. Now since rice can be steamed for any length of time without affecting its quality, so from that standpoint, it is really perfect for this particular dish. Now of course you can use other kind of rice. You can use brown rice or you can use other type of wild rice. As long as you cook it in advance, it will work very well. Now steaming is great for cooking vegetables, as we all know, and there are many different kind of vegetables you can steam. However, the important thing to keep in mind is that different vegetables require different steaming time. In this particular dish, I'm going to use some Brussels sprout in combination with some green beans. I happen to have them right in my advanced prepping, so steaming edges is a great way for you to use up whatever you have in your advanced prepping. And the end result is that you can have different varieties. The important thing is keep in mind is that different vegetables take different times. I'm going to season the rice as well as the vegetable with a little bit of my Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix, which is designed to enhance the natural flavor of the food ingredients. While I was assembling this plate together, I get the water to boil. Now in steaming, it turned out that you do not need the water to boil at a high level. In fact, the best way is that to have the water to boil only gently. For the Brussels sprout and the green bean, I set the steaming for about 3 minutes because they are relatively fibrous and takes a little bit of time to get them to the texture that I want. However, there's only partial of the steaming time. Next, I'm going to add some shrimp. Now these are shrimp that with a shell on. They are a medium shrimp. And it's best to have shrimp with shell on because they are more resistant to freezer burn. And I'm going to steam directly with the shell on, and I decided I will peel it off when I'm ready to eat them. So the shrimp takes less time to steam as compared to the Brussels sprout and the green bean, and that's the reason I add them a little bit later. And my plan is to steam the shrimp for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I will check it to make sure that it is properly done. Now, of course, you need to keep in mind is that the size of the shrimp will make a difference. If I use large shrimp, I probably will steam them a little bit longer. But 3 minutes later, I open it. It looks like the shrimp does a pretty good job. As you can see that they already turned pink. However, I'm going to check it to make sure that it has done properly. As you can see that when I turn over the shrimp, the backside of the shrimp is still not quite done yet. So I'm going to keep the lid back on. I'm going to steam them a little bit longer. This adjustment is really important because with this method, you are steaming different type of food ingredients. Each one might require a slightly different steaming time. I put the cover back on and I steam it for another 30 seconds. When I come back, the shrimp is just done right exactly how I like it. So this adjustment provides me with the possibility of using different kind of food ingredients, so I can make adjustment and to steam them to exactly the texture that I want. And then next, after I remove the shrimp, I'm going to add an egg. And I'm going to add the egg and steam it directly with the other food ingredients. But in addition to the egg, I'm also going to add some portobello mushroom. Again, all of this is already in my advanced prepping, so it's making it easy for me to use different type of food ingredients. And remember, this is basically a template-based approach. By knowing what ingredients that you have, you can use different substitutions. And based on my past experience, I know the shrimp and the portobello mushroom will take about the same amount of time to steam to the texture and doneness that I want. So I steam them for about 3 more minutes. So when I take a look at it, the egg white seems not quite just done. And I can make adjustments by steaming it a little bit longer. But for some people, this might be perfectly okay. But for me, I decided I'm going to steam it for another 30 to 45 seconds so that the egg white will be done to the texture that I'm looking for. Okay, now I take a look at it. The egg white looks perfect. Now, as you can see in here, this approach by steaming each of the individual items based on the time that you need. You can get everything to steam exactly to the texture you want by adding different ingredients at different time. I call this sequential steaming. It's very similar to sequential stir frying because you add different food ingredients based on how long you want to cook them. So now I'm going to put the shrimp back to the dish. I'm going to let the shrimp to warm up a little bit to the temperature of the rest of the food ingredients. As you can see here, I peel the shrimp and the shrimp just cooked perfectly, exactly to the way how I like it. Now to me, the texture of the shrimp is really important. Again, using this method, you can substitute the shrimp with other proteins as you would like. However, you probably want to experiment a little bit or at least pay attention so that they will all come out to the texture that you are looking for. Okay, now the dish is pretty much done and I turn off the heat and I am now ready to serve the dish. But first of all, I'm going to garnish it a little bit with scallions. Again, I have scallions always available in my advanced prepping, and this makes it really nice for me to use whatever that I have. And finally, I'm just going to add a touch of soy sauce to give the saltiness that I want. But the dish is already going to be very flavorful. It is simply because all the ingredients there has been steamed, and steaming really can enhance the natural flavor of the food ingredients. It's important to remember this dish is a template. Like all templates, it is possible for you to make all kinds of substitutions. For example, you can use other type of rice. For example, you can use the basmati rice, or you can use wild rice, or you can use brown rice. As long as you cook the rice in advance, and you can add to the dish. Again, steaming will not affect the quality of the cooked rice. When it comes to vegetables, also, you can use different type of vegetables depending on what you have on hand. Certain type of vegetables will cook a bit faster than the others. If you're short of time, you can switch them to those vegetables that cook rapidly. For example, broccoli will cook faster than either green bean or Brussels sprouts. But anyway, these changes will give you a lot of diversity. It will make your meal more interesting. And so give this a try. I think it's a good variations. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. With flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, it will make your home cooking practical, efficient, creative, and fun. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.